right, we are entering into our triangles unit. So I wanted to give you a brief introduction to triangles. So I want everybody to go ahead, just like we were in class, and highlight your title. You'll need some form of color because these will be going in your notes. Okay? First question, what is a triangle? A triangle is a closed figure that has exactly 3 sides. Okay? Looks like one of the pictures below. It also has obviously 3 angles. For every side there is an angle that matches. Now when I'm talking about something being closed, I'm talking about something not looking like this. Okay? This shape right here has 3 sides, right? But notice it is not closed. There's space here. This is what would be called an open figure, so it is not a triangle even though it has 3 sides. Okay? We have 3 different types of angles. Okay? First one should have tick marks right here. Tick marks mean the sides are congruent. So all 3 sides are congruent. This is called an equilateral triangle. I'm spelling it wrong. Equilateral triangle. What this means is all sides are congruent and all angles are congruent. So all the sides are congruent to each other, all the angles are also congruent to each other. Next one should have tick marks here and here. When 2 sides are congruent, this makes it an isosceles triangle. This means 2 sides are congruent and the 2 base angles are also congruent. The base angles are opposite. It's this one and that one. Okay. The last one has no tick marks because this is what's called a scalene triangle. That means no sides or angles are congruent. Okay. 3 different types: equilateral, isosceles, scalene. Alright, when we're classifying triangles, we have 3 different ways we can classify them. And one has a tiny little typo in it, so we'll fix it. This one should have a little box right here. Box means 90-degree angle, means right angle. This is what's called a right triangle. Over here, notice this has an obtuse angle, so this would be called an obtuse triangle. Number 3, notice the only thing they have are acute angles, so this would be an acute triangle. Okay. An equilateral triangle can only ever be acute. It's a fun little tip. So let's look at these examples down below. Let's determine the classification and the type. So if you look at the first one, it is equilateral and it is acute. Second one, it is a scalene obtuse triangle. Last one, number 3, is for you to do on your own. Go ahead and flip the paper over. First theorem in triangles is the angle sum theorem. Angle sum theorem. Go ahead and highlight it. Now it says if triangle ABC, so if ABC is a triangle, then angle A plus angle B plus angle C equals 180 degrees. So all 3 angles in a triangle add up to equal 180 degrees. So if I draw a triangle A, B, C, these 3 angles will add up to 180 degrees. So let's look at this first example. So I have 15 and 31. So I would take 115 plus 31 plus whatever my other angle is to equal 180. So 115 and 31 make 146 plus my missing angle equals 180. So how do I solve? Subtract 146. So my missing angle is 34. So this angle right here is 34 degrees. Let's look at the next one. Same thing. I would take 29 plus 33 plus my missing angle, which is B. That has to equal 180 degrees. 29 and 33, when you add them up, you subtract them from 180, you should get B equals 118 degrees. Friendly hint, don't forget degree signs. We're talking about angles. We've been over this before. Write it down. Don't forget degree signs. Number 3 is for you to do on your own. You might want to pause it, solve it, and then keep pressing play to keep going. It gets a little bit harder when we have to set up an equation to solve for our variable. So, example, find the value of x, then find the missing angle. So, okay, I know these 3 angles make 180 degrees. So I have 7x minus 3 plus 77 plus 50. That better equal 180. So if I combine my terms, I have 7x plus 124 equals 180. Solve for x. Subtract 124. I have 7x equals 56. So x equals 8. So x equals 8. So okay, let's plug it back in. So 7 times 8 is 56. 56 minus 3 is 53 degrees. So to double check, you might want to add 53, 50, and 77 up to see if it equals 180, and it does. Okay. My expectation is for you to do number 5 and number 6 to finish those other 2 problems we have not talked about, and I will see you next class. Have a good evening, everybody.